course, Daphne's their children too. And their children forever true.
What it do, YouTube, man? Y'all already know, bro. But in case you don't, I'm gonna let y'all know again, man. It's none other yours truly right here, man. To save your souls, the best lightning man out here, destroy the elite faggots. And the fact, David Flower, man, we better jump on that video, bro. Oh, fuck. We got one of the Noah boys here, bro. Yeah, I've been stomping him left and right. I was gonna put up the mirror match, but I'm like, you know, let's put this one up because it's a longer match, and what I got to say in this video will be pertaining about Tekken 8 and, you know, what's going on so far here. What I mean, obviously y'all can expect content, definitely 100% of Tekken 8. I debated whether or not to add Street Fighter 2. You know, I can if I really wanted to. I mean, I was never truly. I'd have to find a character in that game that I'm really into, really like want to play it, right? So other than the shit that's going on here, right, with this little weakling that I'm facing, but let's talk about what's going on with my boy Jin Kazama. Y'all know him, bro. He was my first main Tekken 4. My first Tekken game I played was Tekken 4. I started there. I am old enough to have been playing like Tekken 3, Tekken 2, things like that. But whoa, cow, that game! I don't know. I don't got any nostalgic thought with that sort of game or experience with that game like that. So I'm like, no way. But let's talk about Jin right now, man. Let's get to it. Let's talk about oh, here it is. Let's talk about Jin and his Omen stance. So now apparently Omen stance is, can be achieved in heat mode. Only in heat mode, right? Classic form from tag 1 and tag 2. I don't know, he had access to that form, the Omen stance, used to hit him and he would go right back to Mishima Karate. He had some crazier moves, had a normal hell sweep, had and I'm pretty sure, all characters are going to have access to certain new moves, kind of like how in Soul Calibur, going into heat gauge, except for, the soul mode was never a mode that you can spam. Like heat gauge it's not just a 1 round, 2 round, like you can do that shit multiple times in a match, and I don't know, because obviously this isn't the final build of the game. Things are going to change, things are going to be added. They're still working on it. It's still, it's good to see that we have a build of the game so far, a playable build, but it's not like, probably at the World Finals, or if that passed, I haven't been keeping up with it. Maybe we'll get a demo, maybe we'll get an open beta. You know what I mean? Because I remember when Soul Calibur 6 first dropped, Nightmare had exceptional movement. Like, he was a little faster than he should have been. And then when the actual game dropped, I noticed the difference in how Nightmare played. He felt a little sluggish. He felt like, he didn't feel like he was a super character. he was more broken in the inside the demo. If there's a way to go to that, but let's not talk about Nightmare right now. My other main. Let's talk about my Tekken main, man. So yeah, so Zen, Zen cancel as a whole. In case y'all, Gen mains know about Zen stance canceling. Off of forward going to Zen, cancel into, and you were going to cancel in the block, and from there you would begin your mind game. You got to understand the mind game and who you think it will work on, etc. And standing forward universally around the board, no longer counter hit knocks. I mean, well, it no longer gives a combo engine. Like, it used to give like this spin. Like you used to give the spin state wall. Standing forward was a counter hit launcher. It's a high, obviously, but if you're ducking, you're going to get blown. You're going to be losing anyway if you're ducking. So I could. Oh my God, I don't. There are videos out there that tell you how to play Tekken and not like what you should not be doing, risk versus reward when it comes to guessing what you should do. Or how you defend against characters like Fang Wei that keep using lows on you and things like that. It's like understanding the risk versus reward. This is why you never block lows, unless you make a hard read on it and you low parry. Obviously some of the time why people don't understand why their low parry came out is because you only have so many frames for your low parry to activate. This is why some people just kind of don't understand that, because there's levels of Tekken that they don't understand. And it is what it is. Also, his stature kick, how like Kazami's down back forward, Kazuya's down back forward, like that's a move I wish I could put on every character I play in Tekken. Kazami and Kazuya's down back forward. And Jen's down back forward doesn't give as many frames. It used to give crazy plus frames. Only gives plus frames. No counter hit utility. No extra damage anymore in this game. No, Jen's. I don't know about Kazuya's or potentially anyone else that has that sort of stature kick sort of animation to their down back forward. Also, 2-4 is another move. Been considered the best punish in the game. 2-4 used to give a knockdown. Used to be able to go into Okazumi off of Waivu. You used to use, because you would use Waivu to close distance, and you would use Waivu block and see what they do, because some people low kick, some people mid kick, some people spring kick, etc. And those moves can be interrupted if you know what they're going to do, right? Like some players tend to wake up the same way and don't pay attention, or have any knowledge of Okazeme can be used against you because you get knocked down. Hell Sweep, also big nerf on Hell Sweep. It no longer launches. Apparently, the move no longer gives a launch with back 2-1 and into standing forward. Used to do like 55 damage, or can do that shit in the Rage Art. Also, everybody hates Jin's Rage Art. I don't really. I like it. I'm not like. I don't have no problem with his Rage Art. I like it, but everybody else is so used to these new attacks having so much other stuff going on with them. Apparently, Jin has 2 different heat smashes. They all do like it's not literally 1 million damage, but it's like insane damage at the wall. Like the one you seen in the trailer, where he, knocks him up, and it looks like a big ass bolt. He kicks into you. That move, Also, let's talk about some of the buffs. So I think that goes over most of the nerfs. Just basic nerfs to the basic toolkit. You know, obviously the game is around pressure now and frames more or less. You know, not so much. Jin is more of a poking character now, so far from what we've seen. Not necessarily too much of being a character that's like counter hit centric. You know, kind of how like Zafina fishes for counter hits, and so, I guess Miguel is a little counter hit crazy. Law is, etc. Now, but let's talk about the down forward one buff. This one's a little crazy. Really. So everybody knows that like down forward one is like one of the most essential tools that a Tekken character has. One other than jab, other than jab strings or jab. Other than okay, so let me cover this before I go any further. Like so, stuff like 2-4, two. I'm sorry, like stuff like 2-1-4, 2-1, etc. You know, all that sort of stuff is the same. You know, I'm just going over the important stuff. You know, the big things. You know, so down forward one, obviously. Your character has a good down forward one with a lot of reach is what makes Shaheen like the simplest, other than Noctis, the simplest character in the game. Is like, yeah, because you're gonna, as long as you have really, if you really understand Tekken, then somebody can literally down forward one you to death. If you, and I'm talking about if you really know what you're doing, right? Down forward one can just literally poke you to death, like kill you by 1,000 cuts. You know what I mean? By just playing super conservative, never taking risk, etc. You know. So it also has a new animation. Jab has buffed reach too. Zen has Zen 4 as a dive kick. You know, the Zen low attack is no longer there. The Zen 1+2 now is a new move that goes into a hit throw. Savage Sword also down back 2-2-4 now gives backflip animation and more Oki options for you. Down 3-4-3 is a new string. I haven't seen it, but I hear it's a new string that is good at the wall. So you know how like down forward 2 with Jin was a little spammable because it's safe on block, and you can, after they do something, you can do down forward 2. You know, now the move is gone. You know, is removed. Counter hit launcher is removed. It's like the claw attack that he does now. So like that move that we saw that we thought was a stepping attack, that was actually down for it too. You know, it goes in the Zen stance, and you get to go in the Zen. Sends you in the Zen city. Zen rework. Zen 1+2 is gone. Like, cause you used to be able to do forward 4 into Zen into 1+2, the 2 punches, like the 2 punch attacks that he send you flipping upwards with, that's gone as a whole. Let's see, electric. Let's talk about a big thing with electric. Electric now also in heat mode loses its execution. You can literally do electric wind god fist. Well, I mean, you could do a god fist now, and when you're in heat mode, like certain execution things are no longer there. This is like, I don't know if this is really a buff like that, but it's also making Tekken a little bit more entry level friendly, right? To give you, because once you feel that you can do these things, you can be like, I'm gonna learn how to do it even without that. You know what I mean? Also, electric now. Also, like other than Magic 4 being one of the counters to electric, Um, now it does, you know, it does massive chip damage on block. It's like, so I will be chipping people out, which is, or they can hit a button and risk getting, you know, down forward one or fucking just getting launched. You know, so forward four is unchanged. You know, just the Zen aspect afterwards is different, but forward four is the same move. Incredibly powerful move. Down two. Now this is the craziest attack that has been discovered so far in this game, and Jin has it. Is similar somewhat to the way you use down two with Dragunov, which, you know, I play both Dragunov and Jin. So down two is you know, I mean, like, this is why I think they got rid of I'm sorry, like, the reason why I think they got rid of Hell Sweep's counter hit launcher is to give, because he has a new low that, you know, obviously if you've seen the Gen trailer, you see like this clawing at your feet attack, and if you counter hit launches with it, it gives him a combo on top of it only being 21 frames on startup. So it's definitely unreactable. You know, reactable in Tekken tends to be 27 frames and higher, like Snake Edge, and, you know, it's not like, you know, literally, you know, if you understand what reactable in Tekken actually means, you know, not just guessing that they're going to use it, because you know they're going to use it. It's literally not knowing they're going to use it and you react to the animation of it, which is, you know, synapses. The human body will not allow you to respond fast enough to that attack, and is more likely to probably get nerfed. You know, Main Man was right about that. This move is ridiculous. I think it's faster than even Dragunov slow, which is, you know, gives massive damage, and it has way longer reach than it looks. Huge plus frames on hit. It's only negative 13/14 on block. So, you know, the only character right now that we know, or that I know of right now, can probably launch it is Kazuya, or someone else with a 13 frame while standing punish. And it's more like the risk versus reward. Like, if you're not launching him for launching you with this counter hit low, you're not giving incentive for them to not use it. You see what I mean? It's not giving them a reason to not use it. Because if they can get away with it and there's no risk in using it, you know, this is what makes it broken, is because there's no risk. While Rising 4, using While Rising 4 on that move is not enough to make somebody, is not enough to deter somebody from using that move. It's nowhere near enough to deter to make them scared to use it, because he didn't lose a third of his health bar for using it. You know what I mean? He didn't lose almost no health. Rage Art, I like the Rage Art. Everybody else hates it. You know, the devil face, or the, you know, the devil markings that grow on his face, etc. I think it's a good touch. Like, we seen this hinted toward in the inside of Tekken 7's ending, when it was I think it was Claudio, Lars, and Jen talking on the rooftop, or it might have been somebody else standing there with them. You know, also character interactions, things like that. This game is going to probably be hands down the best visually, like, without question, the best Tekken game so far. You know, I'm like, please take my money now, Bandai Namco. Take my money. Let me get Jin. Add Lydia. Add Lily. Add all my old characters. Keep knock the fuck out this game. I don't care if Kunimitsu's in there. Kunimitsu can stay. Don't give us Akuma. Keep him the fuck away from this game. Geese Howard can stay. You know, I think Baki the Grappler is most definitely a thing. You know, Or if we do get any characters, you know. You know what? Let Tifa be in this game. So I can main Brian Fury. So yeah, if Harada sees this, please let her be in here. Because Lord have mercy. May Lord have mercy on her. Man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know who this is, man. This been the Savior Souls, the best lightning man out here, man. Destroy the elite faggots, man. And we'll catch y'all again.
The messenger is standing at the gate, ready to let go, ready for the crash of the messenger. Too late for whispers, too late for the blush. The past is mercy when the future's low. Kneeling journey dressed in the cloak of shadows. The hunting's grim.